Oh my goodness, LDBC. Man. Now look at this woman right here. Man, would you look at this woman and think to yourself, this woman is about to do some serious jail time? Like, you look at this woman and she looks very approachable. Like, she fine. She just the perfect size. Just the perfect size. I mean, she thick. She got a, nice smile, attractive face. I mean, she put together real nice. And I mean, my goodness, man, look at this photograph here. Girl got a buffalo on her. Oh, girl got a buffalo on her. Would this be a person? Would this be the face that you would trust? Would this woman have the face that you could trust? I mean, I think I probably would if I didn't know any better. I would. What would you trust her with? Would you trust her? I don't know. Would you trust her with your life? Would you trust her? Would you marry this particular woman? I mean, is this marriage material for you? Wifey material? Would you trust her with your finances? I mean, could you trust this woman? See, I'm a bit wiser, man. And I learned a long time ago. Because I got burned just by trusting a woman who looked sort of like this. This type of woman, probably to me, is probably the most dangerous out of any woman that you can hook up with. Because, see, most men are never going to look past how good she looked. Most men are never going to look past that water buffalo she got. But most men just ain't going to do it. And this is the type of woman that can tell you anything. And you going to believe it. You will believe it. When I was looking at her, getting arrested, I'm like, dang. I'm looking at most of these people that's getting arrested. I'm like, nah, this ain't your typical criminal. Like, she looked good. She was in handcuffs, looking good. Like, I think they arrested her, coming from like a workout. I said, God dang. I said, I got to figure out who that. No, I got to see. Because anybody who looked like this being arrested, she got to look good when she's not being arrested. And boy, I was right. This is Rokisha Lachey. This is Rokisha Lachey Brisby. This is Rokisha Lachey Brisby. She's going to be convicted, okay? She's going to be convicted of fraud. Now, let me tell you what kind of fraud, okay? This woman was in the tax and credit business. Like, she would do your taxes, and she could also repair your credit. Now, guys, you always see them little signs on the side of the road when you're driving, and somebody always claiming that they can fix your credit. I used to always wonder, how does that work? How can somebody fix your credit? How can they fix it when you owe the money? I used to always say that. I used to have a homeboy I went to school with. He said, man, I can fix your credit. I said, dude, how do you do that when I owe the money? Like, here's a rule of thumb. If you owe money, that means you got to pay it back. Uh-oh. Sorry, y'all. That's my window. If you owe money, that means you got to pay it back. Like, I don't understand, like, how a person can fix your credit. Well, what she was doing, she was getting people credit scores raised. And what she would do is she would get a police report. And she would falsify that police report. Like, she would actually make a false report, and she would send that police report to the credit companies. Well, in actuality, when she sent that report to the credit companies, the police report said that the charges were fraudulent. So when you present this to a company that they say you owe them money, okay, and they see a police report saying that the charges are fraudulent, well, what is the company going to do? They're going to drop the charge. They're going to drop what you owe. And therefore, that's going to come off of your credit record, and it's going to positively affect your credit, okay? Now, these type of people are very shady, okay? They're very shady because whenever they come offering you something or saying that, you know what, I can help you do this, I can get this removed from this, I can get everything removed from your credit, okay? Those people are shady. Well, these are called scammers. Now, okay, let me be honest. She didn't scam anybody, okay? She actually did exactly what she said she was going to do. She made their credit score go up. That's what she said she would do. So she didn't scam a bunch of people, but the thing of it is, though, this woman I think she scammed, or she falsified over $3.3 million, okay, in credit reports that went up. She falsified them. She falsified them completely. And that's what they after over. Now, okay, did she really do anything crazy? Yeah, I mean, stealing. It's like stealing from somebody. Okay, it really is theft. Is it the worst thing in the world? No, but she finna do some time. Because I look at with all the stuff going on now, this is what they're going after. They're going after her. And the fact she was getting away with this for so long. The problem is, man, when people, they make this illegal money and that money get good. Like it get good. Like the more of it that you get, the more of it that you want. See, people don't know when to stop. Because honestly, had she stopped sooner, they would have never caught it. Had she just stopped, let's say, when she was at $2 million, they would have never caught it. Because what happened is one of these businesses or corporations, something looked, suspicious about the police report that they got. So they investigated even more. And see, when these companies started investigating, they found out that the police reports were fraudulent. They weren't real. See, this woman, I mean, she had the bag. She had it. She had the bag. Because a lot of times, too, a lot of these companies, they lose money, okay? If y'all don't understand about credit scores, a lot of these companies, they lose the money because people never pay it back. And after a certain amount of time anyway, it's going to come off your credit report if you hadn't paid it. It's going to come off eventually. And you can actually call, or you can actually have some of that stuff taken off your credit anyway. If it's been like, I think last time I checked, the period was about 10 years. If it's been on your credit report for 10 years or more, you can refute those charges and have that stuff taken off. So I guess she was kind of expediting that process a little bit sooner than normal, and she broke the law. I can tell you now, man, this woman gonna do some serious time. See, with the amount of money that she made up off this, she gonna do some time. Okay, guys, y'all can hang it. You can put it right where the sun don't. She's going to be doing some time. Okay, she may get between 10 to 15 years. Now, with a good attorney and a plea deal, she might get about 4 to 5. Okay, she might get about 4 to 5. It just depends. I'll tell y'all a story. I remember one time, man, guy was telling me, he kept saying, hey, you know what, man, I can fix your credit. I said, well, my credit pretty good, but yeah, I can take your credit up to as high as it can go. And, I'm like, oh, okay. And I said, well, I tell you what. I said, let me get back to you on that. When people come to me and they real shady, I don't know, man. It's like, I don't want to do jail time. And you got to think that they're going to go after the people, too, who use the services. Because, maybe some of those people honestly didn't know. They didn't know that what she was doing was illegal. But that's not going to stop the police and the authorities from coming after these people that use the service and benefited. It's not going to stop them. Okay, see, you run the risk of going to jail. But anyway, dude, I knew he was doing that type of work. But he would do stuff like, man, I can get you an extra $5,000 back in taxes. And see, as soon as he started saying that, I was already weary. I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't trying to go to jail. Nah, man, you don't go to jail. You don't go to jail. Well, I said, man, I'm going to get back to you on that. You guys know a month later, and this is crazy. A month later, he was on TV. I'm like, yo, that's Jay. What? That's Big J. What Big J doing? Big J is getting arrested for tax fraud. Big J is getting arrested for tax fraud. And y'all know what Big J was doing? He was making up a whole bunch of write-offs for people. He was making these write-offs for people. And, he was making like fake business accounts for these people, business expenses. And so he was writing all this stuff off. Well, these people was getting all this money back. Well, when these people were getting audited, okay, when they got audited, because like one man, like you got a salary of like $30,000, but then you're getting $10,000 back. That's a red flag to the IRS. They coming to investigate you. They coming like if you getting $2,000 to $3,000 back in taxes, the IRS they're not coming to investigate you. That's not enough money for them to waste time. But if you're making $30,000 and you're getting $10,000 back, they're coming to audit you. That's what they're doing. And so they came and they audited this dude. Okay, they audited the guy that he did the taxes for, and the guy couldn't produce. He produced like the documents that my boy gave him, like showed him that. Well, the auditor figured out that, man, these write-offs are fraudulent. He was like, what you mean they're fraudulent? No, I had somebody prepare my taxes. No, the write-offs are fraudulent. And so then they started asking, well, who did your taxes? Oh, well, Big J Tax Service did it. And then they found out that Big J had done this, okay, because they would pay him a fee. Like it was a percentage of the taxes that come back, something crazy. And, that was kind of weird, too, like paying a man a percentage of your taxes. But he would have gotten you back more money than you would have gotten anyway. So people would pay that percentage. They go ahead and pay it and wouldn't think nothing about it. Come to find out, Big J done this over 200 times. And you got to imagine, man, Big J made in profit, guys, like $750,000 of $1 million. $750,000. So when that kind of money is changing hands, the IRS want they cut. See, you can't cut the IRS out. You can't cut them out of it. The IRS is the middleman. The IRS is the warehouse. They everything. They the middleman. They wholesale. They everything. So you can't cut the IRS out the deal because they ain't trying to hit it. The IRS are not. See, with that kind of money, thank you, sir. With that kind of money going changing hands, nah, the IRS that's gonna draw a red flag. And so, needless to say, I think Big J got 15 years. I think he got 15 for that, man. 15. I think he can get out on parole in like 10. Dude, that's a hard lesson to learn. And then the guy that used the tax service, they got him too. They arrested him too. See, I don't know, man. When something is real shady like that, and it looks too good to be true, folks, it is. It's too good to be true. Anything they tell you that's simple like that, it's not simple. Yeah, it's simply going to put your ass in jail. But back to this lady story right here. Back to this lady, okay? I mean, that easy money, it feel good. That easy money feels so good. So the more that easy money that you get, the more that you just want to make. And see, she got caught up. And man, they got 133 accounts of this woman making fraudulent police reports to get this money. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, what she was able to get away with. And she should have known, dude, it was going to be a matter of time. You're a black woman, and you're producing like a million, and ain't nobody saying nothing. They taking all that money. They going to go into accounts. They going to empty those accounts. And a lot of that money that these people paid her, man, that's going to go back to the government. They're going to take that money anyway. So Uncle Sam, at the end of the day, he's still getting his cut. But, do I think she deserves a lot of jail time? I mean, it depends on how you look at it. These companies, I look at it like this too. These companies, they cheat people. They cheat millions of consumers daily, yearly. I mean, honestly, what company is actually doing honest business? None of them are doing any honest business. None of them do it. They cheat people every day. They cheat thousands of people. Excuse me, sir. Get this to you right here. Hold on. How much is it? Oh, okay. They cheat thousands of people. Every single day they cheat people. And they get away with it. And nobody does anything to them. They keep all this profit. They mark stuff up by 200%, then they sell it to you. They buy, a 5% like profit, but they sell it to you for 200% more. So, what does she really do? If you look at it in the grand scheme of things, she's really giving people back the money that they stole anyway. But, however, the difference between her and these companies, they stole it legally, and she stole it illegally. You too. She stole it legally. I mean, the companies, they stole this money legally. She stole it illegally. And unfortunately, I guess you can call her the Black Robin Hood. But this Robin Hood got captured by the sheriff, and the sheriff gonna make the Black Robin Hood do this time. Tell me what you think.